Hi, hello, and welcome. I am definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me level my character to 70 so that I can start pugging my way to 2.8k rating. I might actually do that. I might actually go and just do every key at 20 just to get every portal. So what the difference is, if you're going for 2.8k rating, that means you need to get every key on Tyrannical and Fortified cleared at 20, timed at 20. That way you get 2.8k rating. You can get away with 119 if you do 121 and stuff like that. But I think if we go for 2.8k rating, I'm going to be trying to time every key at plus 20 on both Fortified and Tyrannical. But now I'm repeating myself, and we seem to have some mail from the auction house. So let's go and check if we made any money. Seem to have gotten myself to level 51. We have time walking going on right now. I believe I haven't played this for about 10 days, if not longer. And I'm curious to see if I can get my butt to 60 in this gaming session. Okay, we sold some Jagal clam meat. We did not sell these. And we have exclamation points. Oh my god, I'm your biggest fan. Keep it up. From unknown. I think someone's trolling me, but I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna make a permanent copy of this letter. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna go put it in the bank. And in the many years to come after this, I will cherish this letter, whoever it was that sent it. What the heck is that? I don't want TSM banking. Get out of here. Put the plain letter in the bank and let's get back to work. Okay, so I kind of forget where we were with this character. I think I'm still leveling. TSM task list needs to go away. I'm going to put this up on the auction house and we're going to queue right up. Actually, there's some other stuff in my materials thingy thing. Yeah, I'll put up these. No reason not to. Try and get some more gold. I am desperate for gold on this character, that's for sure, because I'll be needing a lot of gold just to get something crafted. Hopefully I'll be able to get something, if anything, crafted. But let's queue up before I end up spending 10 minutes recording me just walking around and talking. Of course, we have unspent talent points. I think I can finally start going into Galactic Guardian. I'm not sure if I should go down the arcane route though, because I've heard that the Thrash build is not bad at all. Increases the damage and radius of Thrash by 25%. Each stack of Thrashers, I don't give a shit about reducing damage taken. I'm a tank. I want to do more damage. That was sarcasm if it wasn't obvious. I think I'll go down the Arcane Bear route. Especially with this, this will get Moonfire on everything. It'll be very nice. But yeah, when I say Arcane Bear, maybe somebody isn't familiar who's listening, but Arcane Bear basically just means you go into these talents over here that increase your arcane damage and give you healing from it and whatnot. There's a bunch of talents over there. But we'll be going into a Thorns of Iron Arcane Bear kind of build, and it's, in my opinion, the easiest tank to play in the game because all you do is just mash Iron Fur on cooldown. You dump all your rage into Iron Fur and it does decent damage while also, oh, this person is trying to get rid of stuff. Accidentally traded me. I think he wanted to delete that item. But yeah, you just dump all your rage into Iron Fur and you end up doing quite good damage while also being very, very tanky because of all the armor you get from Iron Fur. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my AC because it is hot as heck in here. I wonder what the actual temperature is today. What does it say? It says it is 26? No way, it's just 26 degrees. It's so hot in here. Yeah, I don't believe that. I guess maybe just my apartment's a bit cooked and it hasn't been able to cool off, but 26 degrees Celsius is very comfortable. Shouldn't be sweating this much. Maybe it's the weight of expectations. With great leveling comes great responsibility. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on everything. Nobody's doing anything. This is Rapid Lich King Dungeons. We're waiting on a healer and 3 DPS. It's kind of rough. I was hoping more people would be doing that. Can I queue for time walk? I can't queue for time walking, right? Well, let me go ahead and I'd like to return to the present timeline. Will that let me Oh shit, I was still in queue. Yeah, now I gotta log out and log back in. So what happens when you change timeline while queued for that timeline's dungeon is it bugs out, and you have to log out and log back in before you can queue for the current timeline dungeons. Let's see, yeah, Battle for Azeroth, but I can't do any time walking. A friend of mine told me you could do time walking before you hit level 60, but it doesn't seem that's the case. But yes, we're going to go ahead and we're gonna grab. Let's try and do some more Burning Crusade dungeons because there's a few I haven't done yet. Hopefully, it's a better case than the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons because there was nobody doing that. I had no DPS in the queue with me, which is never a good sign. And there's also no. Let me just abandon this quest. There were also no DPS or healers or anything. There's no. Sorry, what I was gonna say. There was no estimated time or average wait time in the queue. That's also never a good sign in my experience. If there isn't one, that means the wait times are very, very long. Am I gonna have to quest to keep leveling this character? I hope not. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna fast forward to me getting a Q pop, but if I'm just gonna sit there and wait, I may as well switch to Wrath of the Lich King just to keep doing, just to get more, where's Wrath of the Lich King? There it is, Fall of the Lich King. May as well do Wrath of the Lich King dungeons if I'm just gonna sit there and wait. So I have a better chance. See, it bugged out again. I gotta log out again. Game doesn't like me today. It's not being very generous at all. Can I queue for? And there we go. Now I can queue for Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. Let's go. Hopefully it starts finding some people. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut to the point in the video where I actually get into a dungeon. No way, we got an actual dungeon pop. There we go. That took way longer than I wanted it to. I think I sat in the queue for like 2-3 minutes, something like that. And then I get a dungeon already done. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're not off to a good one. Okay, well here what I need to do is I need to be ready to take a crap ton of damage. I'm gonna preemptively use my survival instincts here. I'm gonna refresh them as soon as I can. I'm gonna use them now because I'm gonna get stunned at some point and it's gonna really, really hurt. There it is. Hopefully the healer helps me survive this. Nope. Healer's too busy watching. I even used everything. I can't do more than that. Okay, let's see. Maybe this time around it'll be better. Maybe I should have used a healing cooldown as well. And there's another stun. I can bark skin. Okay. Better this time around. That was rough. That was really rough. But hey, I'm rusty. Let's blame me. I am pretty rusty actually. I haven't played this character in what, like 10 days or so? I think I can get away with this pull though, right? Just keep people on their toes. Pull these two groups together. Mash that iron fur. Use some self-healing. When I get stunned, I have bark skin again. I can use bark skin while I'm stunned. Very nice. Oh, people are too busy grabbing the quest items instead of actually killing things. Tisk tisk. Okay, Moala's back there, our Taran Paladin friend. He's also grabbing quest items. Maybe I died because he was busy grabbing test items? Quest items. Okay, well, looks like we're in charge of our own health bar this run. Not a big fan of that, but sometimes you just gotta take care of your own health bar. So we're going to be saving all our charges of frenzied regeneration to make sure we stay alive. And use the trinket we have. So far so good. I seem to be getting quite a bit of healing here. Use our Cenarius thingy thing. Dream of Cenarius, I should say. The talent lets me cast regrowth. Also trying to keep iron fur up. Okay. We lived. I'm a liver. We'll let that go through when he casts the other protection rune. is what I'm going to kick. There it is, because that increases their health bar. The other thing just makes it do damage to everyone, and I don't care about that. Okie dokie. 3 seconds until I can roar. I'm not going to roar just for me and the paladin. Okay, moonfire these. And then we charge to the boss. Looking at the rune caster. I don't want to let him get this rune off. There we go. Is there another rune caster? There isn't. There's just the... Oh, never mind. I lied. I tried to knock back to cancel that cast of the defensive rune, but I failed miserably, as you could see. Because I didn't even see that there was another rune caster. Or maybe it was the same one. I'm not sure. She killed a frost tomb. Never mind. A shaman just blew it up. Oh, a level 11 elemental shaman. Things are going to be dying quite quickly as long as this guy keeps casting at him. I say that, and then we just kind of sit there with no damage coming through. Maybe the shaman fell asleep. There we go. And now we can give everyone a war, because everyone's right next to me. Okie dokie. Charge that guy. Moonfire, auto attack this thing. We're gonna get stunned. Bark skin. That's all I can do when I'm stunned. Okay. Gonna pump the brakes here so people can catch up and start doing some damage. That shaman's gonna have a hard time doing it. Oh my god. I was gonna say that shaman's gonna have a hard time doing any damage. But as soon as he catches up, he blows up the whole group. Tried to get everything grouped up here for him. Come on, I want to see that there. Yeah, second you see chain lightning, things just fall over. You hear all the death noises from the enemies. It's kind of ridiculous. Hey, he didn't charge me. I'll take that. We're gonna drag him along with us. Take him for a ride. Wait, that sounds wrong. Actually, no, you guys deal with that. I'm out of here. I typhooned him back into the rest of the party. They can beat the crap out of him over there. Okay, I'm looking at the one rune caster. Oh, we're gonna use this to break that cast because it wasn't on me. Never mind, they still keep casting it because this isn't tuned the same way. So what I'm talking about here is, for instance, in Mythic Plus, if you interrupt a cast with like a CC of some sort, it's going to. I failed that again. Let me start over. I keep interrupting myself. Jesus. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, in Mythic Plus, if you interrupt some sort of ability, some sort of cast, by using, let's say, Incapacitating Roar, which incapacitates enemies, the mob will be interrupted and the spell will go on cooldown. I just interrupted the wrong thing. But in normal dungeons, if you use CC, their spell didn't go on cooldown. They can cast it again as soon as that CC is over. The reason they made it like that is because at some point, if you want to do bigger pulls, or if a pull is just straight up big enough to begin with, like if it's a group of 4 mobs and there's 3 casters, if you can't interrupt things with CC, you're just not going to be able to kill that group on very, very high fortified keys. Because what ends up happening is you just don't have enough interrupts. Your interrupts are on cooldown by the time you have to kick things again. So they made it in the higher in Mythic Plus. They adjusted it so that when you interrupt enemies, their spells still go on cooldown. We just experienced the old tuning where the spell doesn't go on cooldown because I used Incapacitating Roar to interrupt one of the shield casts, but he immediately cast it again as soon as the Incapacitating Roar CC effect was gone. Which is infuriating if you ask me, but hey, you know, it's just a leftover thing from before. This is how they used to make encounters. Now they don't do that anymore because they realized that was really bad. Okay, we have a spiritualist and we have a rune caster. We're going to work on the rune caster. We're going to target him so that we can kick when he casts the the thingy thing with the stuffy stuff, and now he's not casting it. We're just gonna kick that, since he's not gonna cast anything else. I'm gonna go into kitty cat form, then I'll switch into trowel form when I get up here, because it's even faster, because you can actually be mounted up here. Okay, we have the Bone Crusher. There's no casters here. I mean, there is this guy casting throw. I guess I'll kick the throw. It's interesting that we decided to use the name from the rogue ability, kick, for interrupts, instead of just calling them interrupts, because only rogues have a kick, everyone else is just using an interrupt. You guys have Mind Freeze, we have Skull Bash, or if you're a bird, you have what's it called, Solar Beam, but it's more of a silence slash CC effect than it is a whatchamacallit, just an interrupt. But yeah, you get the idea, only rogues have kicks, so why do we call all these kicks? I guess because it's the shortest to type. Maybe it's just iconic as an ability. I don't know. Yeah, this hunter's mostly AFK. Looking at his overall damage done, it does look quite low. Level 35. Maybe just coasting through, chilling, having a nice time. Oh, I leveled up. Nice. We'll be getting something soon. I should point the last boss away from the group, because he does a frontal cone. What's this thing called? I'll recognize it when I see it. Come on, cast it. Smash. And the DBM lady even says shockwave. Alright, there we go. Let me do some off healing. So the way you're supposed to do this fight is when he comes back to life, you're supposed to line of sight it, because he will do a roar, and that roar does AoE damage, and you can break that damage by just line of sighting it. But when you're doing it on normal, just while leveling, it just doesn't do any relevant damage. What it does do, however, is it interrupts casts. I think he still does the smash thingy thing. I'm gonna pop my Berserk and try to DPS him down. 1.2k damage on the... Oh, there he is. Oh, okay, that's pretty big. He hit me on the side there, you saw that? Dang. Alright, we got a weapon upgrade. Actually, the same weapon that we have, just a higher item level. I'll take that. Open the green bag. We got a ring that's kind of an... Yeah, it's an upgrade for sure. And I'll save the blue bag. Ooh, we got wrists that were upgrades as well. And we're going to leave instance group. Hopefully we can find the second dungeon much faster. But that was a pretty quick run. That was something like a 10-minute run or something like that. Not too bad at all. Let's queue up and see if we get another one. Quickly, I'm just going to check which talent I want to grab. Let me see here. We're going down the Arcane Bear, so this is still good. I'm not going to take any points away from that. We do have well-honed instincts available here, but actually thinking about it, that doesn't look like a really bad idea. It doesn't seem too bad considering the fact that I keep getting dropped quite low because healers aren't. First of all, I'm not taking good care of myself on some pulls, but healers also seem to be a bit more focused on dealing damage because our second highest damage done overall wasn't even me. It was this Holy Paladin casting Shield of Righteousness. Let's see how many times he has cast Shield of Righteousness. In the dungeon, he cast it 51 times. Okay, now let's take a look at his healing done. Hold on now. I have to switch to healing done. And Word of Glory, he cast it. Is that just for last? That's just for last fight. Word of Glory, he cast 11 times in the entire dungeon. So my guy, the Holy Paladin, who's supposed to heal using his holy power, instead of casting Word of Glory, my guy was casting Shield of the Righteous. As you might imagine, that leads to me having to heal myself a whole lot more. So maybe taking well-honed instincts here would be a good idea. When you fall below 40% health, you cast Frenzied Regeneration up to once every 120 seconds. That could save my butt every 2 minutes, and that might not be so bad. But going into that delays improved Stampeding Roar by quite a bit, and I would actually really like to get improved Stampeding Roar. Because then just having 60-second less cooldown on that, which is currently a 2-minute cooldown, using it every minute would really speed things up, I feel like, in dungeons. But you know what speeds things up even more? Your tank not dying. So I think I'll be grabbing this actually. And then on the next rank, it's every 90 seconds. So I have a bit of a cheat death every so often. And with how much frenzied regeneration heals me for right now, I feel like this is the good call. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now until we get another dungeon pop. Yep, it's been a 5-minute queue already. 10 minutes in queue. Probably still waiting for a healer. Yep, still waiting for a healer. Fun and entertaining gameplay. I'm glad I shut up soon, and you don't have to watch this whole queue with me talking over it. Oh, we have a queue, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen? What am I even saying? I'm just lost in the sauce. I swear, if this healer... Okay, the healer accepted, but now watch this DPS that's been who knows how long in the queue. Nope, never mind. Here we go. And another dungeon. I've done my quests in already. Okay, let's see if I can pull off that massive pull where I embarrassed myself in that one episode earlier. Let's see here. We can pull this guy, right? He's gonna start casting. He's gonna start casting at some point. He's gotta start casting, right? Now he's got a mace. Will he start casting? Pop this. Okay. Well, we have the big guy smacking us, and we have these little guys smacking us. Let's start going. We got Barkskin going. Are we gonna do the whole pull? Okay. Using that. By that, I mean Dream of Cenarius. Okay. Gonna use another Frenzied Regen, or Cheat Death procced. I'm gonna use another Survival Instincts. I'm gonna use another Frenzied Regen. Not many are surviving. It is not a good pull. It is not a good pull. This is just not a good idea. May have overdone it. Yeah, I don't think that pull is livable because the what are they called? The Rangers. The Rangers are a bit much, I believe. Okay, this guy's gonna be slow as heck, so we're gonna speed him up. Oh hey, but they haven't even fully reset. Or these guys just beat that guy up that fast. Oh, they fully reset. Okay, let's rebuff everyone. Yeah, but I don't think that pull is livable because the Rangers do this channel thing that you have to sort of CC interrupt, which does just bazillions of damage. I just don't think it's tuned correctly because it just wipes you out. And we're gonna focus on that Ranger, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna incapacitating roar it when he starts channeling the thing, because that's what really, yeah, there it is. We're gonna incapacitating roar it. It's the big thing. We still have Typhoon to use on it if he does it again. Gonna kick that flash heal. I don't see another Ranger, so I think we're good here. As long as there's no Rangers, it's pretty doable. There's a couple of Rangers here, so I'm only gonna pull these two for the time being. And I'm going to Typhoon them when they start channeling. There we go. They're channeling at the same time. That makes it easy. I can pull a third one. And we'll incapacitating roar this one when he starts channeling it. I don't want to pull the fourth one just yet. Incapacitating roar. Oh no, they're doing theirs again. We didn't kill them fast enough. Trying to spend all my rage. The reason being, I do a big AoE heal. I just don't have a WeakAuras set up for it, but basically, after the wildfire here, you see the buff. I need to spend 40 more rage. Book for quest. They don't give a crap about the book for the quest, or either that or they've already taken it. Alright. I was just trying to help them, but they're too busy pulling without me. So I'll let them sort that out. And another big pull over here, but there's no rangers here, so I'm not too worried about this pull. Right, just gonna line of sight them over here. I do have my frenzied regions to keep me alive. We're gonna pop berserk. Ooh, I'm frozen. That's not good. Ooh, I got cleansed. Nice. I think I got cleansed. We're going to use... I'm silenced. We're going to heal the mage with our Dream of Cenarius proc. We're mashing Iron Fur on cooldown. Yeah, these chain silences are not good. So these pulls are just... I don't think I can get away with these pulls because I'm no longer a Lobby, right? Lobies just have it easy because they just do such ridiculous damage. By Lobby, I mean just a low level, just like level 10 or whatever. You could go in there and one of your swipes will take half the group to half health. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm just gonna kick whatever I can kick here. I don't think it matters too much. Alright, and finish off the boss. But yeah, as a Lobby, I feel like you could just pull more of that and just get away with it. But we don't seem to have many Lobbies. Let's see. Lowest level is the warrior, who's level 12, and it shows he's got the highest damage. Because the way the scaling works is they want low level characters to feel powerful, but it ends up being basically the higher level you get, the less powerful you feel compared to like the other people, but also just in general compared to just playing the game, you just feel like you're less powerful. Because you start to struggle killing enemies at a certain point, wherein before you used to just wipe them out with one AoE ability or whatever. But that's something for the people at Blizzard to worry about, balancing that out. Alright, we're gonna finish these off. My gear's getting yellow from all these wipes I keep having, because I just don't, I don't know when to call it quits. I keep being greedy with my pulls. Alright, I'm going to save my kick here because the scale binders, I believe they're called, these guys that are casting the arcane blasts, they also cast a heal of some sort. I think it's straight up just called heal, yeah. There we go. So I'm going to kick that because I don't mind taking the damage. Go into kitty cat form to get to the next group a little bit faster. Don't have dash, don't have anything. Alright, I really want to kill the chaotic rift first. That's what does damage. If I see that thing casting a heal, I'm going to try and switch my target to it and kick it like that. But I primarily wanted to kill the rift first because it spawns ads, I believe, and it does AoE damage to the group. Doesn't matter too much considering that it's a leveling dungeon, so the content's pretty easy, but still. It's good to get into the habit of doing things correctly in case you get this. I don't know if this shows up in time walking or not, but if you get it in time walking, it's a little bit harder. But even in time walking, I think TBC time walking is the only hard time walking content, because for some reason it's just tuned so unbearably hard, and it's just hard to survive most pulls. I don't know, that could just be me though, but in my experience, that's kind of what happens. I'm gonna use the trinket here. And bark skin too, I guess, why not? Iron Fur on cooldown, but these guys are mostly casting at me, so that Iron Fur is doing good. Or not Iron Fur, sorry, the bark skin is doing quite a bit. Let's give everyone movement speed, get them up here. Chaotic Rift. You have to kill the Rift before the boss is damageable again. Somebody just straight up one-shot it. I think I can do a big pull after we get into the like snowy area. Nobody's using the quest item. That's not my problem though, because I've done the quest. I'm just here to kick ass and take names. We're going to pull this to the Chaotic Rift. I'm again going to watch for this guy to cast his heal. Switch to him and kick it if I need to. He's still not casting it. He used a frenzied regen charge. It's getting low because the healer was doing the quest stuff. He's still not casting heal. He just does not care about his friends dying. Now he does. But it is too late. Alright, let's see. The way the mobs are positioned, I can pull this to the left here. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. You got a group over there. We're gonna bark skin here while we're stunned. We'll wait for these to join us. I am going to pop Berserk, and it's time to mash Iron Fur. We're going to try and kick this Tranquility. There we go. It took me a second to target it. Might be regretting making these, what are they called? Making the health bars smaller. They're a bit harder to click then, so I did that in, I don't think it was the last episode. Maybe it was the one before last. I can't remember exactly. But basically what I did was I reduced the size of the health bars because that's how I have it on my main account. Still moving fast, so we're gonna keep pulling these. I'm not too worried about the damage from these big guys. I'm just gonna keep pulling them. I think only the mage really cares about standing still to do damage. And we're gonna grab that one. I'm stunned though. I'm gonna use a frenzied regen charge. And we should be good. Shaman's back up here. He's getting heals off on me. All is well. Bark skin this. I'm gonna try and... I can't find my mouse. Why can't I find my mouse? Because I don't have the WeakAuras for the mouse circle. Ah! Yeah, I definitely gotta shake off the rust. The rust is pretty bad. So the WeakAuras I'm talking about is there's a WeakAuras that shows you the global cooldown around your mouse, but the real benefit of using that WeakAuras is actually just having the circle around your mouse, because it makes it much easier to actually find that your mouse. The reason it's hard to find your mouse sometimes is because you have to when you hold down right click to be able to move the camera like this and move around, what ends up happening is you don't see the mouse while you right click down like that, so you lose track of your mouse if you're moving it around a bunch and then randomly holding down right click. So I need to get that WeakAuras, and I'll try to do that here once I'm done with this dungeon. But yeah, this feels very much like getting back to it sort of episode, because I've been fumbling, stumbling, and mumbling my way through these two dungeons. But it's not too bad overall. I feel like I did well enough. They didn't take too long to do. This doesn't look like it took too long. Maybe like 10 minutes for this dungeon. I'll have to check. I'm not 100% sure. We have a kick for the tender. No tendies for me. Or for him. For her, it's a dryad. Are all dryads females? I don't know. That's an interesting lore question. Alright, we got the speed buff for everybody. Everybody gets to move quick. We're going to go to last boss. I'm going to go left. You're going to click these orbs. Once you click all 3 orbs, the boss is released. You're going to charge, switch to bear form, charge on this guy, click the orb, and then moonfire the boss. And we're going to pop all our stuff. We're going to pop berserking from the troll passive. And a good thing on this boss is to make sure you keep moving, because there's a debuff that she does where you take more damage, or it's like a big dot that you take the more stacks you have. This is an old boss, so why is she moving around when I'm not moving? Look at that, she just keeps moving around. There's a few enemies in the game that do that, and it's very frustrating. Okay, well, we're done with this. But yeah, she does a debuff that just stacks on you, well, as long as you're fighting her. And just jumping in place will take care of it. Obviously, that's easier said than done as a caster, but you can just move every couple of stacks just to not get too many stacks and cause problems and die. But with how quickly she dies while leveling, it doesn't really matter, does it? This neck, is it an upgrade or not? 5 stamina, 62 versatility? That's quite a bit of versatility. And I'd gain a bit of haste, lose crit, lose agility. I don't think I want to lose that agility. No, I don't think I want to lose that agility. Okay, I want to grab that WeakAuras while I'm still thinking about it. Alright, we got the import string from a browser. Open up WeakAuras with /WEA, import, paste, import, cursor GCD group. We're going to rename that to AA cursor GCD group because I just wanted to be, it's not Alcoholics Anonymous, it's just, I just wanted to be at the top because what I usually end up doing is I want every WeakAuras to be visible except for this one because it's just an anchor point. But I want all the other ones to be visible. So I just want to, whenever I do this to make all of them visible, I want to be able to immediately turn this off because I want it to be first. So I put AA at the start because this is just alphabetical. Anyway, that's probably a superfluous explanation that you did not need, but now you know. What did I want to do? I wanted to repair my armor, and I think that's it for this episode. Which one of these actually lets me repair my armor? That's a good question, isn't it? Hello? Yes? Any of you let me repair my armor? No? There's a blacksmith somewhere. Yeah, there it is. That'll let me repair my armor. There we go. Auto repair, vendor, some junk. Is this an upgrade? This is one heck of an upgrade. Look, holy mother of God. That is 72 item levels of an upgrade is what that is. Very nice. Is this weapon? We already equipped that. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. This. Easy. Now we have 533 gold. I can't remember if there was anything I still needed to buy. Was it a cloak? I think I might have still needed a cloak or the second trinket. We'll see here in our favorites. Oh, 300 gold for a trinket? Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. It's probably not the best trinket in the world, but it's a lot better than using item level 74 trinket or whatever the heck. What else do we have? We have these two cloaks. Out of the two of which I'd rather have this haste versatility one, but it is a little bit more expensive. But that's something for future Vlad to worry about. Because I still don't have the gold for that. But let me just put that in my inventory. There it is. No, hold on. Just organize this nice and neat. There we go. But yeah, our gear for once we hit 70 is looking pretty good. We're going to be 376 item level at least. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe 377 because I do have a few 379 pieces like the rings, the neck. I think there were a few items that we managed to snipe at a cheaper price like these grips. Yeah, it was just the one. But yeah, 4 slots at 379 is nothing to sneeze at. It'll be maybe 377 item level. We'll see. 376 guaranteed though. It'll be very nice once we hit 70. We'll have that immediate power boost. But anyway, I've been chatting to you for way too long. The 2 dungeons are done. I'll catch you in the next episode.